Welcome to Cardboard Content, where we aim to develop.
Do you know anybody that wants free Magic product?
Maybe these guys. Hi guys, welcome back to Cardboard Content, where we aim to develop our skills and grow the competitive commander community. I have my friend Lance back.
What up?
Later, after the game, we'll tell you how you guys can get these items free. So far, thank you everyone who has subscribed. Our numbers have been going up steadily.
Are you subscribed? Do you like any of the stuff you see? Maybe you can get it.
Or maybe even win a free entry fee to a tournament we have coming up, Dockside Duels at Darkside. It's happening February 3rd, 2024 at Darkside Games in Las Vegas. It's in collaboration with Eminence Events TopDeck Championship Series.
There's some Eminence events that have over like 200, 220 people, and it's all connected to the championship series.
With all those competitors, the prize pool is growing substantially. Hopefully, our up-and-coming tournament, you'll be joining us at. Speaking of tournament, our game, you watched it.
I did watch it. It is crazy. Really entertaining game coming up, right?
We are starting off with Sisay, Weatherlight Captain, which is being played by Larry. Then next is me playing Kinnan. Then we got Troy on Talion, and then we have Dylan on Nixilis. Larry starts us off with a Mount Doom, then a Jeweled Lotus, sacks Jeweled Lotus for his commander, Sisay, then casts a Ragavan and passes turn. I shock in a Breeding Pool, then a Llanowar Elf, into a Mox Opal, into a Lotus Petal. Then pass the turn to Troy. Troy says Morphic Pool, into a Mana Vault, into his own Mox Opal, and then passes the turn. Dylan plays a Pathway, into a Lotus Petal, into a Mana Crypt, into a first turn Nixilis. With an explosive turn 1 from everybody, Larry takes his second turn. Larry plays a Volcanic Island, attacks me with Sisay and Troy with Ragavan, gets a counterbalance off of Troy, and then nets a treasure. Tapping the Mount Doom triggers Nixilis. Troy exiles a Rite of Flame. Then Larry casts Ashiok, targets Dylan, exiling a Bloodstained Mire and Tainted Pack, Vampiric Tutor, Orcish Bowmaster, and exiles all graveyards. On my turn, I play a Boseiju, and I pull out my commander Kinnan. Play a Agatha Soul Cauldron, into a Sylvan Library, and then pass the turn. Troy plays City of Brass, then taps it, triggering Nixilis. Nixilis gets a Gut Shot. Then Troy casts his commander Talion and names 2. Dylan rolls for his Mana Crypt, takes 3, casts Rite of Flame, then Gut Shot targeting Larry, exiles a card, exiles a Praetor's Grasp through Nixilis, then casts Disciple of the Vault and passes turn. Larry goes straight away into combat and attacks me with both creatures, Sisay and Ragavan, exiling a Mana Vault and netting a treasure. Mount Doom pings Larry, triggering Ob gets an Arid Mesa. Then Larry casts Tyvar, sacks Scalding Tarn, triggers Ob again, and then Ob gets a Mox Diamond. With the fetch land, puts a Taiga into play. Then he casts my Mana Vault into a Arcane Signet, activates Tyvar, mills 3 cards and gets a Mana Vault, Ignoble Hierarch, and a Tundra. Puts the Ignoble Hierarch into play, activates Ashiok, targeting Troy this time, exiling a Cephaly Coliseum, a Demonic Consultation, and a Reflecting Pool. Then Larry casts Touch the Spirit Realm, targeting Kinnan. I put into the command zone. Then with the remaining mana, Larry casts Cultist of the Absolute. At the end of turn, I exile Larry's Tundra with Agatha. My turn, I activate Sylvan Library, take 8, and then recast my commander. Triggering Troy's Talion, I lose 2. Troy's turn, Mana Vault pings him at his draw step, Ob gets a trigger, and gets a Chrome Mox. Troy plays Island and passes the turn. Dylan rolls for his mana crypt and loses 3. Dylan moves into combat, attacks Ashiok, cracks his Arid Mesa, Badland into play, casts Imperial Recruiter, tutoring up a Dockside Extortionist, then casts Dockside, triggers Troy's Talion, it resolves, and then nets him 10 treasures. Dylan sacrifices 3 artifacts to cast Opposition Agent, triggering Disciple of the Vault, getting Ob 3 more cards, Crisp Mirror, Urza Saga, and an Abrade. Opposition Agent triggers Talion, Dylan loses 2, triggering Talion, then sacrifices 3 more treasures, getting 3 more cards with Ob Nixilis, a Mayhem Devil, Cloudstone Curio, and Wooded Foothills, then putting a Cursed Mirror on the stack. Troy responds by casting a Force of Negation, exiling Pact of Negation. Dylan responds by sacrificing a treasure, getting a Ob trigger. Ob gets a Talisman of Indulgence, and then uses the red mana to cast Pyroblast, targeting Force of Negation. Cursed Mirror resolves, targeting Dockside Extortionist, and nets another 10 treasures. Dylan sacrifices 2 more artifacts, netting 2 more cards, a Ancient Tomb and a Fellwar Stone. Puts a defense grid on the stack, triggering Troy's Talion. Troy responds by casting Dress Down. Dress Down resolves, and Dylan then casts Mayhem Devil and a Cloudstone Curio. Then uses 2 more treasures to cast Abrade, targeting Kinnan. Larry's upkeep. Larry sacrifices Ragavan to the Absolute, and then loses 1 through Mana Vault, getting Ob a card and exiling a Feed the Swarm. On Larry's end step, I activate Agatha's Soul Cauldron and exile Ragavan, putting a 1/1 counter on my Llanowar Elf. I play a Seedborn Muse, trigger Talion, and then pass the turn. On Troy's turn, Mana Vault pings him for 1, activating Ob, and he gets a Grape Shot. Troy plays a Swamp, and then a Jeweled Lotus and passes turn. Dylan's turn, Mana Crypt activates, he is successful, sacrifices a treasure and gets 2 Ob triggers through Disciple of the Vault and Mayhem Devil, gets a Blood Crypt and a Last Chance. Sacrifices another treasure, getting a black, this time a Simian Spirit Guide and a Gemstone Cavern. Then Dylan casts Feed the Swarm, targeting Talion. He loses 2 to the Talion trigger. Sacrifices another treasure. Ob triggers twice again, getting a Jeska's Will and a Kessig Flame Breather. Then Dylan casts Jeska's Will, targeting Troy, for 8 red mana, and exiles with Jeska's Will, a Goblin Engineer, Stealthy Voidwalker, and Soul Ring. Casts Soul Ring. Then the Kessig Flame Breather, triggering Cloudstone Curio, returning Dockside Extortionist to his hand. Attempts to replay Dockside Extortionist, I respond by casting Mindbreak Trap and paying 3 mana for Defense Grid. Dylan shocks a Blood Crypt into play, casts Stealthy Voidwalker, then casts Grape Shot, targeting me, triggering Kessig Flame Breather, netting him 8 cards, then casts Grinding Station. With Grinding Station, Kessig Flame Breather, Ob Nixilis, Jeska's Will, and Underworld Breach, he has access to get mana, fill up his graveyard, get cards exiled that he can cast, and mow us down with each and every single spell, and eventually Grape Shot us on top of that. Congratulations, Dylan. I lost count after 17 cards of Nixilis exile.
Like 20, yeah, 20 something or something like that. You're crazy, man.
End game summation. Yes, I could have won with Kinnan on my turn, but I wasn't next in priority. The Sisay deck was next, and Sisay could have won before me, and Sisay was still on board. So maybe prioritize killing the commander that was next. I mean, Ob Nixilis had the game. He had so many cards through pinging the board with Kessig, Disciple of the Vault.
He drowned the table in advantage.
Yes.
Really hard to recover.
Very, very hard to recover. Do you think your deck could stand up against Ob Nixilis? Find out here at our tournament coming up February 3rd, 2024, Dockside Duels at Darkside.
Come join us, come play. You win, you get a duel.
There's a volcanic island,
a tundra,
a bayou,
and a savanna.
top 4 get to pick a dual end of their choice. So come to Darkside Games February 3rd,
2024.
If you're a subscriber, you're going to have a chance to win
A battle for Zendikar Fat Pack. Was that like 9 boosters? They don't even make Fat Packs anymore.
No, they
That's
don't.
how rare this is.
Yeah.
Commander Party Time deck, some sleeves to sleeve it up, and some new... Oh. Oh god. Some new cardboard content tokens right here. Everyone could use tokens.
And these tokens will be helping Cardboard Content to attend future events and host these events that you're hopefully participating in.
Everyone loves Lil Gary. And then some pins, some Kellen the Fey-Blooded, and a Planeswalker from the Wild Eldraine pin. What's this, BJ?
That is a Lord of the Rings Tales of the Middle Earth bundle.
You're really gonna give this away?
Yeah.
A 1 ring.
Oh yeah, it has a 1 ring. Yeah, you guys are gonna get a 1 ring also. Yeah, only if you're subscribed though. If you aren't subscribed, obviously you're not gonna get a chance. We will do a video, probably a live video, or on one of our streams when we're displaying all of these. It will probably be around our tournament, so we'll give you guys a few weeks to subscribe and win some free swag. A little more on Dockside Duels at Darkside. We are streaming the event for Darkside and we'll have post coverage. It's in collaboration with TopDeck Championship Series. More on that right here. What is TopDeck Championship Series, you ask? It's a Commander tournament circuit that runs now till August 2024. You can compete in a tournament registered with TopDeck Championship Series. Your accumulation of points will vary in accordance with the event tier that you participate in. Find these tournaments on topdeck.gg. In late August, the top 64 players will qualify for a TopDeck Invitational and will compete for a prize of over $11,000. No tournaments in the area? Well, ask your local LGS to join as a partner to the series and host their own events, which will add to the still growing prize pool. For more information, go to topdeck.gg. Apparently it's over $12,000 the prize pool now.
The TopDeck Events Championship Series prize pool is over $12,000.
Yes.
Whoa!
Yes. That's the biggest prize pool for competitive commander now.
$12,000. You could almost make one cEDH deck with that much money.
Now to thank the patrons, I'll be giving away an entry to our tournament to one of you guys. Thank you so much again for your continued support. Michael, now at 3 times, Matt at 2, and now Albert as well at 2. Thank you guys so much. All the social medias will be posted down below. Please follow. We stream. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram. All that social media.
Come play with us. Come win some stuff. Come watch some games. Let's have fun.
Thank you.